What's going on? Welcome to HDiiTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Now, one of my guys, man, fellow worker, fellow driver, Charles, basically asked me why the Cowboys finna just keep Trey Lance and you know, not let him go. Well, the thing is this: the Cowboys are not sold on Dak Prescott long term. And plus, they want to do sort of like an Aaron Rodgers thing, where they have him sit the bench for a year, maybe two, and then they'll move on from Dak. But they want to see what they got in the kid, because if they don't like what they see, they could cut him and it won't hurt him. The Vikings thing is, the Vikings might stick with Kirk Cousins. Because Kirk is a white guy. And you know, they paid him all this guaranteed money. So the Vikings, they might move Justin Jefferson. They might do what they did like they did with Diggs. But Trey Lance is sticking with the boys for right now. He's a safety blanket, so in case Dak get hurt or Dak not doing nothing, they could go to him. Because they know they can't go nowhere with Cooper Rush. So that's why they're keeping him on the team, to see what he has. You know, Jerry thinks he might have a diamond in the rough. The thing with Trey Lance is he just needs some reps. You know, he got hurt, and then Brock Purdy just came out of nowhere, which I told people I would have stuck with Trey Lance because he has more upside to me than Purdy. Purdy's gonna be what he is, as a game manager. He's not gonna win you the game, but he's not gonna lose you the game. Now, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. But a franchise quarterback, Purdy is not. Now, Trey Lance can be something. That's why I wanted Tampa to go get Trey Lance. Because we would have had time to groom him and develop him. Plus, we can, you know, we could turn the team over, you know, and get back right. But they want to go with Baker, and they want to try to make another playoff push, potential Super Bowl, which I feel like your team is older, you're releasing a lot of players, but they did retain some good players. Now, Trey Lance, I thought Minnesota should have gone. I think Minnesota was trying to get him, but the Niners were being too greedy. And this is why I said Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch have got to be the two biggest idiots in the room. But everybody praised them so much, but I'm like, dog, they really haven't done nothing. The problem is that they haven't found a quarterback. You had a chance to get Tom Brady the first go around. You could have had a Super Bowl then. You guys could have had a Super Bowl this past year or the year before that. But y'all are stuck on this damn Purdy train, and then you traded all these picks for Lance, then you just got rid of them for like a 5th round pick or something. It was stupid. It's like, that's the dumbest thing you ever could do. People are like, well, they been to the Super Bowl. Yeah, but they lost. You don't, yeah, I mean, you got to the Super Bowl, but you lost. And it's all been because of the head coach. Not the team. The team was put together perfectly. It's a defensive-oriented team. You go with the strength of your team to win the game. If you got a Niners defense, then you're putting it in the Niners' hands. If you're on the Ravens, you're putting it in Lamar Jackson's hands because Lamar Jackson's your best player. On the Niners, Fred Warner's your best player. Everybody say, oh, it's Bosa. No, it's not. It's Fred Warner. If Fred Warner ain't doing what he's supposed to do, that team's in trouble. So you guys, your priorities are all screwed up. Now, Dak Prescott is going to have a very short leash this year. But Dak's going to do what he always does. They're going to beat the sorry teams. Then when they play the best teams, they're going to get their ass whooped. I already know it's going to happen. It happens all the time with the Cowboys. The Cowboys are America's chokers. Their fan base is living off of those 5 Super Bowls. Those 5 Super Bowls came and went. I saw the 3 they won in the 90s. It should have been maybe 5. But Jerry Jones' ego, man. Very egotistical. Doesn't know how to take criticism. Doesn't know how to sit down. But Trey Lance is staying as a security blanket. I told you that Jerry Jones and them are not sold on Dak. They're not. They really want to move on from him. If Dak don't do what he's supposed to do this year, they're moving on from him. I'm telling you now. They're going to go right to Trey Lance. And Trey Lance is like, I'm good. I'm getting paid. I'm straight. So that's the BS that's going on. Now, do I think that the CeeDee Lamb situation with him gonna be fine? I don't know. Look, Dak's not the problem. The problem is that the Cowboys don't have any inside linebackers. They run nothing but safeties. They're not strong in their front 7. Micah Parsons is overrated. He's not a true defensive end. I told you. He's going to have to get bigger. He got to at least be 260 to 270 if he wants to play D-end down there consistently. You can't be damn near 240 or 250. That's too light in the ass. And plus, you got to work on your technique. Then the receivers they got, they're okay, but they're not no world breakers. If Dak had that Niners receiving core, man, Dak would be killing. But he's stuck with his CeeDee Lamb. This is a joke. Now the UFL is starting March 30th. I think that's the first game. I think it's a Saturday or a Sunday. If it's a Sunday, I will be going live for those games. And we will talk about it. I'm pissed off at how the football season is, but that's not going to stop me from watching, no matter how racist and prejudiced the damn sport is. See what they got out here, because I can't watch basketball. I tried watching basketball the other night. It's like, this just ain't for me. Basketball just is not for me no more. Excuse me. This basketball now is just so ridiculous. There's no fundamentals. It's terrible. But that's going to be straight. And also, people were asking me, why do they miss all the time? Like Tank Dell, they missed on him and miss. Guys, they miss on these guys. It's not that they necessarily they're missing, but the thing is, you got to understand, it's a lot of college football teams. Most of these scouts are only going to go to the big colleges first. If you play for Houston or all of that, like in college, you're most likely going to probably be vaguely watched unless you're just lighting it up like that. But Tank Dell was lighting it up, so it's like, I don't understand. It was the same thing with Zach Thomas. Zach Thomas dropped like far as hell in the draft. And at Mike linebacker, all these guys were picked ahead of him. And he had the better career, a Hall of Fame career, in my opinion. Zach Thomas was a game changer. At middle linebacker, he was 5'9", 5'10", and he was out there just wrecking shop. He had that Dolphins defense playing like mad. So, it's hard. Like, because scouts, I don't think it's the scouts. I think who it is it's a draft board. People project you off your draft board. But see, people project, like, guys like that go to those type of schools, they don't really grade them high. They grade them later. Or if they don't like that person, they don't really grade them. They just throw them in with everybody else. Oh, he said he's like a third or fourth rounder, fifth rounder. All right, just put that in. We'll just put fourth round. You're basically playing chess on what players to get. What players are going to come in and actually help your team right then and there. Or you might have a developmental player. So what they're going to do is they're going to take these guys and send them to the UFL to develop. But at the same time, while they're doing that, they're going to be on TV, NBC, all of these networks. They're going to get a lot of publicity, because that's all the NFL wanted, was to be able to partner with it, because they were afraid of the XFL back in the day. Because XFL, like, what messed the XFL up was, I got to look that up. I forgot. I got to remember again. But the XFL early on it bankrupted because you had the mainstream media hating on it. You had the NFL going behind their back, getting sponsors not to mess with them. All this stuff is allegedly, by the way. But see, that's what I'm saying. This is a dirty business. But it's hard to scout. Like, these guys scout guys, and they may have a hunch like, man, this guy's good. We ought to look at him. And then they end up not looking at him, and he goes somewhere else and just balls out. That person who found him usually is up for a GM job or another job, because they're going to move you up if you've seen that. But that's how it is. But yeah, man, I'm about to get to work. I will talk to you guys later. I got to do a video for Rumble. On Patreon, I got a video up explaining to you why Static Shock was canceled. You know, the real reason it was canceled. And it had nothing to do with ratings or viewership. So if you're on the Patreon, you're welcome. Guys, you can sign up to it. It's only $3 a month. You know, it's not hurting your pockets at all. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Hit that notification to select all, receive upcoming notifications. Shouts out to Casino for Life, who did it this time. Jag Sports, Scrub Zero, Leaf Diggy, Lobo, L0B0, Bitch, Jeff Bone the Bonehead, MDT Sports, man. And we are out. Oh, Scrub Zero, Flawless Victory. I'm out. Deezy.